Welcome to the Floridaville Express. This show is based on our popular podcast, The Floridaville. And in order to expand our reach, we're offering you this condensed show. It has all the elements the Floridaville audiences have come to love, but we have expanded our distinguished speakers to include anyone with a Florida connection or someone that has an impact on our Sunshine State. I'm Rosanna Catalano, an attorney, lobbyist, business consultant, and the owner and founder of Rocket Consultants, a strategic communications firm. Joining me tonight is Jean Curtin, an attorney, mediator, and the business partnerships director for Rocket Ship, and of course, Joy Tootle, an attorney, content creator, and the operations director for Rocket Ship.
Our guest tonight is Mike Prusinski, who is the co-founder and CEO of BusyKid. It's an app that teaches kids financial literacy.
Welcome, Mike. We're so excited to have you join us tonight. So tell us, what is BusyKid?
Well, let me first say thank you for having me. And I do appreciate the bump in title, but I'm not the CEO. I'm just the president. So I appreciate that, but I will ask for a raise after we're done. So BusyKid is an app that helps kids earn, save, share, spend, and invest real allowance. So we learned a long time ago. Chores have been around forever. Kids need to learn how to develop a good work ethic. And so we've decided, let's take technology, and especially where it's living with kids right in the palm of their hands, and let's go teach them how to, build a good work ethic, and then how to manage money. They don't get that in school. And so it was a perfect opportunity for us to build an app. And to this point in time, it's been very, very good for us.
Yeah, those ideas are fantastic. Can you share with us a little bit about your background and how you got involved with this company?
So my background is pretty vast, as you can probably see by all the stuff that's behind me. Up until about 2005, my background's always been in college and athletic sports, college and professional sports. So I've worked at the University of Kansas, University of Colorado, University of Oklahoma. I moved out here from Oklahoma to work for NASCAR. I worked for the PGA Tour for a while, and then in 2005, a friend of mine came in and said, "I'm going to become the CEO of a company called LifeLock, Identity Theft Protection." And so I was the third person at LifeLock, helped build that into $1 billion company. Left LifeLock in 2011, and then hooked up with the group here they were running an app called My Job Chart. Through a mutual friend, I met our CEO, my partner, Greg Merced, who had this idea of creating an app where his 6 kids, could learn how to just manage their chores and learn how to manage their money. And over time, it just kind of blossomed into what we have now with BusyKid, to where taking advantage of the technology, the movement of money, and the different securities that are out there, to allow us to build the app into what it is right now.
So my kids use your app and they love it. They're really into it. And, they figure that they can actually earn quite a bit of money if they actually do the chores that are assigned to them. And what's great is that instead of just giving them cash allowance, we can put it on a credit card for them, which is great. And then, they can buy stocks if they want, they bought, I think, 1/10 or 1/16 of a Tesla stock. Where did you find the developers? I know the company was sort of put together, but do you know where they found the developers and investors to put this together? This seemed like an amazing lift to put this out there.
It's been a chore. Anytime you're an entrepreneur or you're building a company from scratch, you're going to go through different variations of different teams, whether it be something on the marketing side, whether it's something on product development, whether it's legal, or in this case, the development teams that we've been having. We've gone through multiple development teams trying to find the right one that will be able to take us from where we started to where we are now. Very rare do you find a group, particularly if you don't hire them within, that's going to stay with you for that length of period of time, because developers have different specialties. So you have some that are very good at just the very beginning stages, just to get you off the ground. But they don't necessarily have the technique or the technology or the know-how to take you to the next level, or maybe they don't have the ability to integrate certain aspects of the money management or the movement that we need, or to develop the type of technology that's going to connect us to the different partners that we have, like Stockpile with the investment part. So we've gone through different types of developers, different teams of developers, and just recently have just hired our first internal product development team that is going to be able to take us much farther than we've ever gone, and much faster than we've ever gone.
That's great. Well, let's take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to ask Mike for some business advice.
At Rocket Ship Consultants, our mission is to take your organization to the next level. Our team develops strategic communication plans that help entrepreneurs, corporations, associations, and individuals reach new heights. Our consulting team is made up of attorneys with additional experience in journalism, public relations, politics, broadcasting, and advocacy. Let us help you take that dream you have for a podcast or video show and make it into a reality. We can create networking opportunities, educational forums, and interactive conferences to spread your message. Let our team provide you with fresh ideas and inspiration. Rocket Ship Consultants offers a variety of services, so check out our website at rocketshipconsultants.com. Take off with Rocket Ship Consultants and launch your organization with us.
Welcome back. We're speaking with Mike, who's the CEO of BusyKid. BusyKid is a 2020 National Parenting Product Award winner and has been featured in the national media, including Forbes. This app also motivates kids to do their chores.
Mike, what does the app actually do, and how does it relate to Florida?
Well, as I said earlier, the app is designed to give kids their first experience at managing money. Kids do not learn that, and that's why it's really important to Florida. Florida is no different than most states in the U.S., to where they don't teach kids how to deal with financial situations. There's no basic finance taught in school. I think Florida was one of those states that originally really did a good job in teaching financial literacy or having financial classes in school. They had some changes in the leadership and have actually gone backwards to where now finance classes are basically taught as part of something else. So in this case, I think it's social studies that it's a part of, and it's taught as an elective. So basically what the state's saying, we'll give you the opportunity to teach it, but the kid's got to choose to teach it or to learn it. And so what we found is kids, you'll have seniors that'll graduate high school and never take a single class on how to manage money. But yet when they get out of school, the one thing they have to do every single day is manage money. And so we've developed this app with financial literacy in mind. So parents can kind of help teach their own kids how to go out there and earn it, save it, share it, spend it, and even invest it. And when you come to the investing part, we see that we have a lot of parents that will get in there and invest with their kids because it's something that they never learned in school, and it gives them an opportunity to go out there and do it without putting a lot of money into the market and potentially losing something. So they get in there, they do it as a family, they have fun with it. But then again, it's all about building a foundation and leaving them with something that they can lean back on, that when they get older in life, they can go out there and say, you know what, I built a strong routine of whether it's donations, whether it's savings, or even just how do I manage money that I can't see, what we call invisible money that's on a plastic card.
How do you conduct the beta testing? And do you have kids as advisors?
You know what? When you gave me that question, I started thinking about it. Having kids as advisor would have probably been a great idea for us. We didn't, and a lot of reason for that is we were moving so fast. The industry that we're in is growing by leaps and bounds, and so there's a lot of pressure to go out there and just get an app in the market and start going, and then you kind of fix it as you go, and that's really not unusual. For other companies that I was in, it was the exact same thing. Let's get a product out, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to kind of massage it, fix things that parents don't like or customers don't like, add new features. And it was really no different here. So as far as beta testers, we have a large group of families that have helped us out. We have more than 500 families throughout the United States that were early adopters. And so that we've kind of used them as an advisory board, a sounding board, testing whatever new features we have. Sometimes it goes right, sometimes it goes wrong. But at the end of the day, we've got really good parents and families out there that are willing to give us some really solid feedback, and then we go and we take that feedback and implement it into the app.
Well, I have 2 children that would be more than happy to give their opinion. They give me their opinion on everything. So if you need additional advisors, let me know.
Now,
we take feedback from everybody. We have some, talking about these families, we have some amazing kids using these apps. We have one boy in Boston who's created his own nonprofit. We have a young man in New Jersey who has started his own YouTube channel about investing. And then we've got kids that are earning thousands of dollars in allowance and have very large savings accounts because of the work they're doing, not just for themselves, but also for neighbors or babysitting or whatever. They've started their own businesses, and then they use BusyKid as their bank, and it's fabulous to see.
Oh my goodness, I love everything about that. That's fantastic. That makes me so happy to hear. So a number of entrepreneurs watch our show, and for someone in the audience that has an idea for an app, what advice would you give them?
Well, it all comes down to planning, right? You gotta. It's from the ground floor. You got to put a solid plan in place, put a great team in place, and then you got to work fast. Anytime you have what you think is a great idea, if you're having that idea, chances are there are other people having the exact same idea, and then it's a race. Who's going to be the first one to get it out there? Because first to market usually is the winner. And so when I was with LifeLock, we were a very quick company, very fast company. We raised a lot of money so we could be that. With BusyKid, because of the type of app we are and that we're dealing with families, there were a lot of things that we had to get right, and some protections we had to put in place. And there's a lot of education to what we're doing. It's not just a simple, connect your bank account and credit card and then just go do it. We're trying to leave a little ring around the bathtub, right? So we want kids to learn. Financial literacy is a huge issue for us. We talk about it around the United States. My partner, our CEO, is doing 500 television interviews a year, talking about financial literacy. Driving home the point that parents really need to take control of this, so their kids are better off in some cases than they are. And so in that case, we moved a little bit more slow. We were a little bit more dedicated to certain principles. But if we wanted to, we could have gone and gone a lot faster. But for entrepreneurs that are out there, get a great plan, put a great team in place, do the money raising that you have to do to support what you're trying to do, and then try to be first to market. Those are the 4 points that I would hit home with.
Between the experiences you've had between LifeLock and now with BusyKid, is there something you wish you knew before you started down these roads of entrepreneurship?
What's funny is before LifeLock came around, I literally told people I could never see myself doing anything than what I was doing in the sports world. I would tell people, I don't think I could ever start a company or be part of a startup company. And then once I got into a startup company, I told myself, I don't think I could ever see myself doing anything outside of doing a startup company. There's a certain level of energy. There's that sense of discovery. There's the challenge of turning something that's really nothing into something big. When you have people starting to recognize your brand and recognize, or you see your television commercial on TV, where you have people talking about investing in your idea, there's a certain energy that comes with that, and you just really get sucked. You really get sucked up into that. So I find it hard. I would find it hard now to leave this and go back to something that is more just stationary. Day after day is the same thing. In this world, when you're an entrepreneur, there's one day you're working on marketing, next day you're working on sales, one day you're working on product. You're all over the place, and it's that type of diversity, that type of every day being different that really drives an entrepreneur.
Mike, if our audience wanted to get in touch with you to learn more about this amazing app, and I love everything I've learned tonight, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, I mean, you can go through our website, www.busykid.com. You got it there on the screen. You can download our app either in the Android store or in iOS. We've got chat on our website. I'm always, talking about everyday jobs, right? So I'm on chat, more times than I'm not. So if people want to get a hold, if you go to us in chat, chances are you're going to be talking to me. So any one of those ways, they can certainly reach out to me that way.
Well, thanks so much for being here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Well, I appreciate you having me. I really hope that the people in Florida will take a look at the app, put it in play for their families, and then, more importantly, help teach their kids about, financial literacy.
Thank you.
Thank you. That wraps up our episode of the Floridaville Express. Be sure to tune in Monday nights at 8 p.m. to catch our show live. On our next episode, we'll be interviewing Kim Grippa, who has started the nonprofit Shine Now, Inc.
Can't wait to interview Kim next week. Have you been looking for a way to expand the reach of your company's brand? Then look no further. We can create a video show like this one just for you, or you can team up with us and sponsor this show. Sponsorships create long-term brand awareness, positive brand associations, and keep you and your organization connected and relevant. Reach out to us for more information on how we may highlight your incredible work. Have a great evening.